woke up this morning and everyone was bullish. Bitcoin had just smashed through 38,000. And now it looks like we've been rejected. Again, Bitcoin back at 35,768. We're going to look at why Bitcoin was rejected. And then we're going to have a very real discussion as to whether we should be bullish or bearish in this market. Because as the prices go down and we're all starting to feel the pain, I do see a lot of people becoming bearish. And today we'll have a very, very, very real discussion as to whether this is the time to actually be turning bearish. And then we're going to have a call-in show. So then you guys are going to be able to call in and we're going to let you guys tell us what's in your portfolio. And we're going to help you build the ultimate bull market portfolio. So it's going to be a very different show, a very big show. There's lots to discuss. Let's get the show on the road.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Yo, Banter fam, welcome back. It's Friday, heading into the weekend. I'm Crypto Man Run, and I'm here bringing you the last Friday show, or the last show for me this week. And we're gonna have a heart-to-heart discussion around whether it's time to actually turn bearish, because I know it's been tough out there, and our portfolios have been hit, and every time that we seem to be getting a bounce, well, the bounce doesn't come. And I know we've all lost a lot of money. I know that from the time that we were all up, we've lost a lot of cash. Everybody's lost a lot of cash. Everybody's feeling this. And today I think it's time to have a discussion as to whether we should accept the fact that this is a bear market and whether we should be turning bearish. So that's what we're going to be talking about. This morning when I woke up, I saw Bitcoin at 38,000 and everybody was bullish and talking about how Bitcoin was about to break out, and people were talking about $40,000 again, and then something happened, and then something happened, and we're going to talk about what happened. All right, so if you're new to our channel, welcome. I'm Crypto Man Run. I'm here every single day of the week, not on weekends. We bring you 3 streams a day, and from Monday we're going to bring you 4 streams. Monday, Miles Deutscher is joining Banter, early morning show, DeFi show, maximizing yields, making life-changing money in DeFi. Then you got Sheldon show, which is the charting show. Then a few hours later, you got this fundamental show. And then later on, you got Russel in the game. So really, we're starting to bring you guys unparalleled coverage in this space. That's what we're starting to bring you guys. So if you're new to the family, subscribe to the channel, join us. Also, if you want, you can go to our website. Lots of alpha dropping on our website every single day. I saw the story about Ronaldo and Tezos, the morning brew, which Freddie works on. Really covers everything you need to know for the guys in the US when they wake up. Then you've got Sheldon's chart of the day, which today was DYDX. That chart of the day is out today. The story about Vitalik and his prophecy, and there are 2 more stories coming out today, which I really, really, really think you guys need to get to. So go to the website, sign in with your Twitter, be who you are on Twitter on our website, and have a Twitter-like integrated experience in crypto. Also, if you want some of these Moonscape NFTs, what you need to do is you need to go to our TikTok, the Crypto Banter TikTok, crypto_banter. And comment in any of the videos that we've got here, and we will give away 3 of these Moonscape NFTs. I don't know when we're going to give them away. I think when we get to like 5,000 followers, we should give them away. That's what we're going to do. Alrighty, today's Friday. This is a very different Friday. We're going to do a little bit of crypto coverage, and then we're going to ask you guys to call in. If you want to call in and come into the studio, the link to call in is in the description of this YouTube channel. Also, it's going to be dropped on my Twitter. The link to call into the studio is going to be dropped on my Twitter. Call in only if you want to talk about your portfolio. We want to try and get as many people in the stream as possible. So we're going to keep it short and sweet. No fluff. Just let's talk about your portfolio. If you guys want to join in, there is a link in the description below. I can already see people are starting to join in. Crazy shit. And it's also on my Twitter. All right, let's talk about what happened today and why the Bitcoin price went up and then came down and now starting to climb up again. And the reason for that is it happened because of the US jobs report. The US jobs report came out. The payroll gains in January were 467,000, which was actually above estimate. And that's despite the fact that there is the COVID Omicron virus surge. And the reason why this is a negative thing, because you kind of think that, if the jobs report is good, then the economy is good and the market should fly. But that wasn't what happened. In fact, as soon as the jobs report came out, the NASDAQ went down and is now another 2%, so another 296 points. And the reason why the market is down another 2% is because now that the Fed is seeing that the economy is so stable and so many people are back at work, the Fed can be comfortable to pump the brakes on the economy to start dealing with inflation. So remember that the Fed tries to balance unemployment, or making sure that everyone has a job, but also making sure the economy doesn't overheat and we get inflation. And right now, what the Fed is seeing is that that the jobs market is great. Everybody has a job. US unemployment is down to crazy levels. In fact, I was reading here that the US unemployment numbers, non-farm roll payroll surged for 467,000 for the month, while unemployment edged to around 4%. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Dow Jones estimate of payroll growth was 150, and the payroll surged by 467,000, which is crazy. It means that the economy is actually much more healthy than we thought. And because the economy is much more healthy than we thought, the Fed is now looking, or probably will feel more confident to increase interest rates. And since the numbers came up, this is from Walter Bloomberg, but guess what he says here? He says, US rate futures show 34% chance of a 50 basis point hike in March, post the payroll numbers, which went up from 18% before the data release. So this one piece of data shows, now increases or doubled the chances of the Fed increasing rates by 0.5% or 50 basis points. My screen's going crazy here with people trying to get onto the show. Okay, we're not there yet, guys. Okay, there we go. So the Fed now feels much more comfortable to increase the interest rates and actually start slowing down the economy. And that, of course, sent the markets down. And as the markets go down, well, since Bitcoin is now so closely tracking the NASDAQ, and I got this chart from Venture Founder, but you can see that Bitcoin is really starting to track the NASDAQ. They're starting to price Bitcoin as a tech stock. Even though Bitcoin isn't a tech stock, they are starting to price Bitcoin as a tech stock. And you can see that the correlation between Bitcoin and the NASDAQ has actually become uncanny. I mean, you can't deny that this is a huge correlation between Bitcoin and the NASDAQ. So the market is actually saying, look, Bitcoin, we're pricing you as a tech stock. Like it or not, we're pricing you as a tech stock, which is ironic, because if you are going to price Bitcoin as a tech stock, then maybe you should also price Ethereum as a tech stock. And if you're going to price Ethereum as a tech stock, well, if you do a discounted cash flow valuation, which is how they value stocks on Ethereum, and you take a 35x PE or 35 times price earnings ratio, then you should have a valuation of 4,226. And if you take a 300 times PE, you should get a valuation of 36,000, and that's before you add in the staking revenue. So it's quite weird. So Wall Street is starting to price Bitcoin like a tech stock, or is pricing Bitcoin like a tech stock, but they're not giving it the valuations that it deserves. And I think what's going to happen here is I think that Wall Street is going to start pricing Ethereum and Bitcoin on a DCF, or a discounted cash flow model. And when that happens, then I think the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to go up. And specifically Ethereum, because Ethereum is currently completely undervalued if you use those metrics. Anyway, so that is what's going on in the markets, and that's why the markets are going down. But let's get more to the point. And I know everybody is feeling gloomy. I know that everyone's portfolios are down, and I know that every time we start getting excited, we then get knocked down again, and the market gets knocked down again. And the big question is whether we should actually turn bearish. And by turning bearish, I mean, should we sell everything? Should we get out the market? Should we come back here when the bull market strikes again? That's I know we're all feeling that. Like we're feeling, look, some of us have lost money. Some of us have made money but lost some of our profits. And I know you're asking yourself, should you be selling now, salvaging the money that you have or salvaging some of the profits that you may still have? Should you be turning bearish now and then come back when the market's going up again? That is the question. And I know that crypto Twitter says, diamond hands and hodl, and we've spoken to you about diamond hands and hodl. But if we're wrong about our thesis and this whole blockchain thing collapses, well, then the problem is that it could go down to zero. And if it does go down to zero, well, then we're going to lose all our money. That's what happens if we're wrong here. So the question is, should we be diamond hands, or is diamond hands just a cool meme which people on Twitter deploy because they want to show how strong they are and they're scared to let go and they're scared to cut, and they'll come and come back when the market's over. And I saw this, I saw a couple of tweets today which I think are worth sharing. The first one is from Il Capo of Noya, who's actually been featured a few times. It says, still 85% in USDT. So he's currently 85% in cash. He says a bearish invalidation is if we consolidate above 41,000. So if we go above 41,000, he's saying he's bullish. A bearish confirmation if it goes under 35,000, and then he's going to sell everything. And I wonder if this is the type of attitude that we should deploy. Or do we do what Tedtalksmacro says? And he says, look, after navigating peak FUD, a volatile US earnings season, zero relief since the macro narrative shifted in Q4 2021, I'd rather be wrong here as a bull than to be bearish at support. Being a bear now is the easy option, in my opinion. And he says, where are the bulls? When the market is parabolic uptrend, they are abundant, ready to buck any bear out of the way. Although I found that in a downtrend, they become bearish, typically when the market has already moved down 50% against them. When do bears become too greedy? When price is down 50% from the highs and price is fast approaching the final support zone, the bottom bears trigger the finger twitches. Time to size up. Imagine how fast it nukes if we lose that level. One thing I know for sure is that crypto has a happy knack of reversing and quickly punishing the cocky and confident side of the trade. And that's exactly the point. Once a market has gone down 50%, that's not a time to be bearish. When a market has already corrected 50%, when a market has already endured the possibility of Fed rate hikes and possibly 50 basis points in March and maybe 5 or 6 other rate hikes this year, that is not a time to be bearish. That's a time to be bullish because you've already endured everything that the markets had to throw at you, and the market's already been down 50%. That is not the time to be bearish. If you turn bearish now, then you turn bearish because of the sentiment out there in the market. And if you turned bearish because of the sentiment out there in the market, that sentiment was created because everything has already been priced in. And that is why we are where we are now. That's not to say we can't go down any lower, but it does mean that if you do turn bearish now, you've succumbed to sentiment and you're probably wrong. You're probably wrong. And there's more upside right now. There's more upside right now in being bullish than in being bearish. We're already 50% down from the highs. We've already factored in all this bad news. To turn bearish now is succumbing to emotion. He says, I repeat, the market is forward-looking. By the time the news has hit the media outlets and by the same time information flows hit the majority of the retail traders, it's too late. By design, retail is always late to information flow. And that is why the buy the rumor, sell the news dynamic is such a powerful phenomenon. The time to be bearish was back in November and December when the central bank monetary policy narrative was shifting. The time to be bearish was when rumors of a Russian-Ukraine war were brewing. The time to be bearish was when rumors of Biden's EO on crypto regulation. The time to be bearish was in January into the FOMC meeting. The time to be bearish is not at support, but it's at resistance. We should have been bearish at 69,000 or 64,000 or 60,000. That was the time to be bearish and to start selling your crypto. The time to be bearish is not now at 50% discounts, and after all that we've been through. So I don't think it's the time to be bearish. I think, in fact, it's the time to probably go full bull, or very close to the time of going full bull. Let me know what you think. 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 In fact, let's get some of the community to tell us what they think. And then more importantly, what I want to know from you guys, I want to know what is in your portfolio. Have you made money, and how can we fix your portfolio? And we want to do this quickly, guys. So I've got Sheldon here. I've got my man Russel here. So we can talk to you about gaming. We can talk to you about the charts, technicals, fundamentals. I want to hear what you have to say. But I want to make this fast, because last time we did it, we spent too much time on the how do you do's, I think this time we want to get in here. Are you bullish or bearish? What's in your portfolio? Let's see if there's anything that we can help you with. Tell us if you're up, tell us if you're down. Okay, so that's what we want to be doing here today. And these are you guys, members of the community. All right, Imanshu, are you bullish or bearish?
I'm bullish.
Tell me why you're bullish.
We have already came down like 50%. So I guess that's the time to buy.
Amazing. And what are you buying? Like what's in your portfolio and what are you buying?
I am buying more of Render and Rune, Solana, and protocols of Solana, and some gaming tokens too.
What gaming tokens?
UFO and Alien Worlds.
Russel, what do you think of Alien Worlds? You don't talk a lot about Alien Worlds.
I think it's good, and they've got a really loyal community, which means a lot in gaming. I haven't dug too deep into it. There's just so much in the space, so I would honestly need to look a little more closely at the project and the details and stuff like that, and the tokenomics to really make a decision. But I do know that their community around that project is very strong, and in gaming, that means a lot.
Imanshu, is your portfolio up or down?
I'm 10% down.
You're 10% down. When did you get into crypto?
A year ago, maybe.
A year ago. So you've been in a year. You're 10% down, and now you're buying more Solana, more Rune, more Alien Worlds. Bullish. Anything you want to ask us?
Yes. No, nothing.
All right, my brother. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining Banter, buddy. All right, Russel. We see you, Russel. Bullish or bearish?
Of course, bullish.
Why are you bullish?
I get in to crypto to November 2020. I got in early, like Cardano. I was getting in 6 cents, and I haven't take profits since ever. So I missed that $3 pump in Cardano. So, but I'm still bullish. I know Cardano is ramping up development, so just waiting for the next pump and take profits, hopefully, and then see what happens if it's going to bear market. But I don't think so.
What else is in your portfolio?
I know you're not gonna like it, but my big bag is XRP. And,
why XRP? Why XRP? Why
XRP?
I believe on what's gonna happen on the changes in our financial system in terms of being more digital, aside from doing cash. I believe on the cashless payment going forward and the movement of monetary cross-border payments.
Okay,
I'm IT, so I know I'm IT professional, so I know Tata system is big, and this Accenture guys are on these developments at the back end, changing our banking systems. So.
All right. So, anything you want to talk to us about? Anything you want to ask us?
Also, I got into that Galaxy Fight Club coin. I got in a little bit on the top. I know it's down. Do you know if it's gonna come to be the actual token for the in-game economy?
Yeah. So you kind of cut out there. I'm gonna be honest. The show kind of like cut out. Could you repeat the question?
Sorry. The Galaxy Fight
I heard
Club,
of the Galaxy Fight Club.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have been doing research, but I actually want to know if there is another token that's going to come up as the in-game token economy, or Gcoin is the only token for that.
So they might do an earnings token for the actual earnings of the game. I do know that 40% or so of the supply is for the Genesis fight holders, which is good. So that's pretty healthy tokenomics. It'll like stay back for those holders. So those distribute over a 3-year period. But I'm getting some lag here, but I do think that they might have another token for the in-game earnings, and it's still super low market cap. And like Rand was talking about yesterday, it's got that crossover feel where they'll be able to use their cyber Kongs and their Bored Apes. So I definitely think it'll recover, especially when the market goes bullish.
Oh man, okay.
Okay, well, it looks like
Rand's kicked out the screen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on,
He's
guys,
coming
but hey,
back
sure. Just bring someone on. Let's just banter. Come on, like we'll keep it going. What's going
What's
on?
up?
Derek.
How's it going?
Good. I'm Hustle. Johnny, nice to meet you.
What's up, Hustle? I took profits into a bunch of gaming coins that are down like 80 to 90%. I don't know if I should stay in them or get out of them and get into something a little bit more solid until the market changes.
You said you took profits on them on the way up?
I took profits into them. So I sold a bunch of render when it jumped up and took profits into them. So like CryoWar, Nakamoto Gains.
Yeah. So what I can say, like, even if you look at the big ones like Axie and Illuvium, for example, they're getting crushed too right now.
Right.
I think individual games that don't have like a big narrative right now are kind of just having a hard time. Those things will definitely pump very hard whenever the bull run picks up and that gaming narrative does come back around. But I think risk reward, you might either look to, whether you can stomach staying in them or if you would like to pivot into stronger projects and stack up those bags for the next ride up. So it's kind of up to you on your personal conviction, because I do love those projects. But regardless, games are getting crushed in a market like this. So it's just kind of the risk reward you want to take.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to bring on Dallas. Dallas, my friend from Mexico. Dallas, how are you, brother?
What's up, my brother? How are you?
How's Cancun, brother?
Very good. Very hot, my friend. Very hot.
Are you bullish or bearish, Dallas?
Bullish, brother. You know me. I'm a bull all the time.
But the worst thing that you can do is be a bull in a bear market. I learned that in 2017. Being a bull in a bear market means that you're riding against the sentiment. And I rode down the 2017 bull market all the way down. I literally wrote it down all the way down. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure that if you're a bull, there's a good reason why you're a bull. For me right now, the best reason to be a bull is because the market is down 50%. We've endured a lot. It's not to say that it can't go down another 50%. It can, but I just think there's more upside in being a bull now than being a bear.
Yeah, definitely, brother. You know when I got in April, right? We had the May crash and started following you. And my portfolio is still up, which I'm very excited about. But I've been watching Sheldon every day and watching his marks that if we need to take some profits, if it goes down, that's what we've been doing. But I wanted to get you on one thing real quick if I could. Hey, listen, we're thinking about doing a big crypto event down here in November. And we want the Banter boys to come down. What do you think?
If you do the event, I'm coming. If you do the event, we're definitely coming.
Here's what's happening, man. In Mexico, crypto's huge. You can buy property with crypto. A lot of developments are doing crypto. I'm with a buddy named Tony Martinez who does a lot of sales and marketing. And we've said, listen, let's get Rand and the boys down here. Let's do an event. Let's show how Mexico is really into crypto and what it's huge. It's really huge. So I want that commitment because I know you like to put people on the spot, man. Sheldon?
So I'm in. If you guys do an event, Dallas, I'm in. If you guys
I'm in. Let's do it.
I'm too close to skip out on Mexico. I'd be there.
I think family from Florida to Texas, they would come.
We're in. Dallas, we're in, buddy. See you soon.
See you soon, brother.
Cheers, brother.
All right, let's see who else is here. Ooh, okay. We got Pascal. Bullish or bearish, brother?
Bullish, very bullish. Yeah.
Why are we all bullish? If you're a bear, please call in. All right. What is in your portfolio today? What is in your portfolio today that's making you so bullish?
Let's talk about that because my portfolio is all over Luna. Luna is my top coin. Bought it on $5. So yeah, that's my top coin.
Wow.
But I've got something like Saber, things like just watch her. Sunny, they are down. They're so down, and I just hold it. And Starterra, I've got Starterra. I just hold it. I think they go down, but they're only going down.
So, where are you from, Pascal? I love your accent, brother. Where are you from?
Holland.
Ah, from Holland. Okay, amazing. Alrighty. So what's the question?
Now, what do you think about Saber, Starterra, Sunny? Do you think I can hold them? Or should I sell it and buy some other coins?
It depends on your view of the market. So the first question you got to ask yourself is, do you believe in Solana as a layer one? So if you believe in Solana as a layer one and you think that Solana may be an Ethereum competitor or an Ethereum parallel, then let's look at the coins that you're holding in the ecosystem. Now, the two tokens that you mentioned are quite fundamental in the ecosystem. I mean, for example, Saber is where you would do stable coin swaps, where you would start doing swaps. Now, that's a core fundamental part of any ecosystem. So if you believe in Solana, then you can kind of believe that things like Saber and Sunny are good places to be. Okay, then you spoke about Starterra, and I really love Starterra. I think they're unbelievable community builders, but you got to ask yourself a question. What value does any launchpad have if the market continues to go down? So, the value of a launchpad is being able to get into projects early. And the value of being able to get into projects early is that you're getting projects that nobody else wants. That's great in a market that's going up. But in a market that's going down, where people don't want to invest in projects, and launchpads don't really have that much of a space. And as a result, the launchpads start coming down a lot, right? And that's why Starterra, all the launchpads have been hit really hard. So in deciding whether or not you should keep holding Starterra, you should say to yourself, how long do you think this bear cycle is going to last? If you think the bear cycle is going to last pretty long, then it may be worth switching into something a little bit more stable. If you think that it's going to last slightly shorter, then maybe it's good to be buying the launch pads now because you're getting them cheap because they've been hit really hard.
Okay, cool. And what do you think about DOT? Because I have a lot of DOT also, but since I have DOT, he is going down, only going down, DOT. So what do you think about that?
So DOT is I love DOT, but you have to have a thesis and you have to believe the thesis. So what we do know for sure is that layer ones work. We know that there's lots of layer one power that is required in the world, right? We know that because we've seen what NFTs and what DeFi have done to Ethereum and how they've completely destroyed the Ethereum network. And if you look at what's happening now in Solana, even Solana is struggling, being knocked down and being knocked down and being knocked down again. Now, DOT is a new concept. The concept of bridging 100 parachains is a new and untested concept that no one's ever done. And either it's going to really, really, really work, or it's not going to work. I think that it's going to work, but it is riskier than, say, holding a Ethereum or a Luna or an AVAX, which we know are layer ones that work. I like DOT. I think it's going to work. I believe in Gavin Wood and I believe in his vision. He's one of the smartest co-founders of Ethereum. But it is a slightly more risky bet than a Luna or a Solana or an AVAX. But if DOT does work, and we do get hundreds of parachains or 100 parachains all bridged together by this amazing bridge called Polkadot, then it's an unbelievable, unbelievable play.
But yesterday you told us bridges don't work.
So yes, the difference between a bridge, so DOT is not that kind of bridge. The bridges that Vitalik spoke about, and we wrote an article on the website about, is not that kind of bridge. It's a bridge between two layer ones that are not really connected. So Cardano and Solana, by the way, that article is over here. So it's this one called Vitalik. I was right. What Vitalik spoke about was trying to bridge tokens between Cardano and Solana, or Ethereum and Solana, where there's a bridge in between them, which is manufactured by a third-party company. With DOT, there's no bridge in between them because they're all running on what they call a substrate system. So it's seamless. You never suspend tokens between one place and another. Does that make sense?
A little bit, because Saber is a bridge, You say that is especially a bridge?
Sabre is not exactly a bridge. Sabre is a place where you can wrap, where you can buy. It's a bridge, but not the bridges that Vitalik's talking about are the bridges that migrate assets off one channel to another. Okay, so example, you're holding Ethereum and you want to migrate your Ethereum onto Solana. You need to somehow cross between Ethereum and Solana. You need to somehow cross. And the way to do it is you create a smart contract on Ethereum which holds your ETH. And when the smart contract on Ethereum holds your ETH, a smart contract on Solana mints you the equivalent in Solana assets. And so in mid-air, you've got these ETH sitting in this locked smart contract as collateral for your ETH on Solana, right? And then you would migrate them into Sabre and you'd swap them into stablecoins.
Ah, okay. Okay. And last thought, what do you think about Sunny? Because long time ago, you talked a lot about Sunny. I bought Sunny because I heard you 10 times, 20 times about Sunny. I thought, okay, I'm going to buy Sunny. But only that it's going down, down, down. And I still hold it. But
so fundamentally, I really believe in Sunny and what they're doing, etc. We have seen of late, we have seen the price try to recover, but every time the price tries to recover, the market goes against it. I think when we started speaking about buying Sunny was trading at we said we're trying to pick it up at under 25 or 0.025. And every time the price tries to recover towards there, we get it knocked down again. I'm still holding my Sunny. In fact, I've actually been buying more Sunny lately, just because, again, I think it's a great protocol. It's a fundamental part of the system. And in these times, I try not to be swayed by price.
Okay.
Coin accumulation, yes.
Coin accumulation.
Remember, even though you can be, let's say, 80% down, by buying 20% of what you bought previously will already bring your entry down 50% lower than what it is now. So just think of that. Even if it is 70% down or something like that, by you buying in a lot less than what you bought the first time, it's going to bring your entry so much further down. And that should be your main focus right now. You believe in the project. You believe it's going to make sense. Get that damn entry down. Get more coins. Focus on that more than the bigger picture right now.
What I'm doing is, like, there are 2 coins on the Solana ecosystem that I'm actually still really accumulating. One of them is Sunny, and the other one is UXD or UXP protocol, the stablecoin protocol. That's the one that I really believe in. Masari discovered it and wrote a thesis about it today. I don't think enough people understand how smart that stablecoin actually is. And so that's one of the ones that I'm still accumulating at these levels. Every time it goes down to under 0.075, I'm buying it.
Okay. Yeah, I buy a lot of Luna. It's a great price, I think. And thank you for everything.
I think Luna's amazing. Pascal, brilliant conversation. So well done, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Nick, welcome. Bullish or bearish, buddy?
Hey, I'm pretty bullish, but I'm bullish on the long term, especially because every time I've now been in the market since January, and every time it went down, like in May or something, then I zoom out and then I see the big picture and I see the adoption, and that is constantly increasing. So that makes me feel pretty bullish.
What are you holding? What's in your portfolio?
Obviously some Bitcoin, Ethereum, holding some Cardano, but also mining some Helium. I really like the project. So I have 3 miners running, and also into Fuse network, which is a layer 1, which is rather small still, in my opinion.
Fuse is amazing.
So, yeah.
Fuse is really amazing. Fuse is really, really amazing. Okay, so what's the question? I mean, it sounds like you've got some good tokens in your portfolio. What I didn't hear in your portfolio is anything to do with gaming.
Yeah, I have some Galaxy Fight Club, but that's just I'm not really into the gaming stuff. Let's say I'm trying to look into that. I have been playing games on Gala last year, but then I was too I don't know how to say it, but I did not buy any NFTs, which would make me a fortune right now. But that's always.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I feel like I've been completely left out of this whole NFT revolution. I think I've been completely left out of it.
The Gala NFTs went crazy too. Yeah, and on a small cap game like the Galaxy Fight Clubs or anything under like a 50 million market cap that's a game in a market like this, it's going to take a hit. Like that liquidity, it exits really fast, a lot quicker than a Bitcoin or an Ethereum, for example. So when we go bullish, it's the same exact thing though. Those type of market caps are the one that can flip just as easy. So if you're willing to stomach the risk, it sounds like you have good projects under your scope. Any other gaming projects you have?
No, not really. Well, I'm looking into that, and I bought some NFTs which are, have on their roadmap the plans to build a game around those NFTs. So it's just a small gamble.
While we're talking about NFTs, Jrny Club, JRNY. I don't know how to pronounce it. The Jrny Club. Is that? What do you think? I mean, is that one of the best collections out there?
If you're looking at a community-based, NFT that is going to provide a lot of NFT information, Jrny's great in the space. They provide, whitelists, stuff like that, opportunities at new projects. Yeah, it's a great project. There's a different in a project like Jrny Club than a project like, Bored Ape Yacht Club or Neo Tokyo. It's kind of different brackets at the moment, but Jrny Club is a very strong collection. It's all about community and the information, right? So the people who buy in there are typically more serious NFT investors, or they really believe in what Jrny's building.
Yeah, I must say, I'm watching Bitcoin now, and I see Sheldon's watching Bitcoin now, and we're almost getting a full recovery.
Come on, Bitcoin. Please, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. We just
gonna happen. Nick, thanks, buddy. Thanks for calling in. All right, you know who I see in the chat here? I see our friend who we met in Miami, Degen Mitch.
Hey guys, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Good morning. It's good to see you.
Yeah, what's up, bro? Bullish or bearish?
Bullish, baby. Everything's on sale.
Exactly. He sees it all himself. What if we're all too Degen? What if we're all just trying to convince ourselves that it's all going to be okay?
It is going to be okay. We're good.
We're good. All right, buddy. What's your question for us?
Let's see. So my portfolio right now, mostly Bitcoin, ETH, layer ones like Solana, Luna, AVAX, Cosmos, Phantom. What layer one am I missing?
Well, I think I didn't hear Near protocol. I don't think you didn't mention Near in your thing. Also, I mean, you say what layer one am I missing? Do you want to take a bet on all the layer ones, or do you want to pick a couple of layer one winners and then invest in the ecosystems around those layer ones? Let me tell you what I mean. So the best investment that you can make as a blockchain investor is to pick the layer ones that you think are going to work, because you have fundamental reason to believe that they're going to work. So not to take all bets, but to spread a whole lot of bets. And then to support the ecosystems and to invest in the ecosystems on those layer ones, which will make those layer ones grow, right? That's what I would be doing. Now, you know that one of our big narratives here at Crypto Banter is gaming. And we think that gaming and NFTs are going to dominate. Now, which layer one bet have you placed on gaming?
I like Solana for gaming.
Hustle, what do you think?
Yeah, Solana's great for gaming. A lot of good projects are building there, like Star Atlas, Monkey Ball. You have Decimated games. You have all different types of games building on Solana. I would definitely take a look at Polygon. Don't buy Immutable X now. It's up 40% since yesterday, but look at Immutable X as a layer 2 solution. A lot of games building there. I think you have your eyes on the ball with Solana and then Polygon and IMX.
Yeah. The other thing which I didn't hear in your layer ones, I didn't hear anything to do with privacy. And if you believe like us that privacy is going to be a narrative, then you've got two places to go. You can go to Rose, which is the Oasis Labs Dawn Song project, or you can go to Secret Protocol, which is the MIT guys, which is Guy Ziskind and Tor Bear and those guys. Secret, I think, is on mainnet. Rose is, I think, on testnet. I would put some money into a into a privacy protocol layer one. I just think that at this stage of the game, you cannot have money in a privacy protocol layer one. Small money.
Well, great. Thanks, guys.
Cool, Mitch. Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy.
You too.
All right, I see you got Abdullah. He's been here for a while. Abdullah, bullish or bearish, bro?
Hey, I'm pretty bullish right now because I think we are already down below 40,000. I think whenever we were at 40,000, we all were used to be buying everything. And right now we're already below 40,000. So maximum, I think we can go 33 or 30. So right now we should be bullish, even though I made like one of the great mistake, which nobody should make. That is, I sold at the bottom.
What? You sold at the bottom?
Yeah, by mistake. I mean, I happened to follow one of the YouTubers, pretty good. And he just released a video exactly at 33K Bitcoin that the pain has just begun. And I'm like, okay, let me sell it. I'm going to buy. Yeah.
Emotion, brother. Never allow
Who is the YouTuber? Tell us who the YouTuber is.
His name is James Crypto Guru. I mean, actually, it was just a moment, like 15 minutes duration. That was the moment I got the window, and I held it for the 4 or 5 days downwards, and then I sold it. But even though, I mean, I'm pretty okay right now. I think it is going to come back. I shouldn't be saying that over here, but still.
You know what? I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story of my 2016 experience. In 2016, I started to invest a lot of money into Bitcoin. That's when, in 2014, 15, I bought my first Bitcoin. And in 2016, I invested a lot of money in Bitcoin. And if I show you my trading history from my first few Bitcoin purchases, I bought them at $1,200, $1,200. I sold them at $600, and I bought them back at $1,300. And I sold them again at $800. That was how I started.
I think that's how a lot of people start, actually.
In fact, I had this. I was thinking of placing this request, like if I come onto this video, that one of the great video you made was that $30,000 converted to $35 million. So that strategy was very nice. So probably a video, if somewhere in the future, you can tell that experience of 2017, riding down the Bitcoin from top till down, and then what was the emotion, and then what went on that eventually you made so much, so that people can relate. A lot of people are in despair right now, so they can see through, okay, there is a positivity. Yeah.
It was a very, very, it was two things that happened. One is I became more experienced, and I became more comfortable with the idea of Bitcoin. Remember in 2017, when I sold Bitcoin, we didn't know if Bitcoin was going to survive. So every time the price crashed, we thought, okay, it's going to die. That's happened every week. The second thing is I employed a very, very, very strategic tactic, which I still employ today. Sheldon, you're going to love this.
I'm listening.
Whenever you feel like selling, like when you felt when you sold your Bitcoin at 33,000, buy. Whenever you feel like buying, sell. Try it. When you feel like selling, when you go, then you go, oh my God, this is the end of the world. Bitcoin's going to 20,000, buy.
Yeah.
When you think, oh my God, I'm missing this pump, sell. Try that. I promise you, if you try that, it was the best. That was the best thing I've done. That was honestly the best thing I've done. Try it with small money. Try it with small money and see if it works for you.
Remember, it's emotion, brother. All that it was is when your brain is telling you buy.
In fact, I learned this lesson. Yeah. I mean, I happened to learn. I could have.
I love him.
That should be the thing. When emotion takes over. Yeah. We need to be selling at the top. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that everything will be back. Right now, I'm a little more riskier into the gaming tokens. Gaming tokens have already like 70% down. So I'm assuming I bought gaming at the top, and then that is how I'm riding down. In the bull market, I'll recover everything back again. So that should be fine. Yeah.
What gaming tokens are you holding?
Gaming, in a sense, like the metaverse token. One of them, I'm just waiting for more downfall. The network. Because already right now it is at $50 million market cap, so a lot more upside. And then Blocktopia, I'll be buying, and then some of them other ones. Render is basically
be careful of Blocktopia. I love Blocktopia, but be careful of the fully diluted valuation on Blocktopia. That fully diluted valuation on Blocktopia
that's 6 billion right now, so that's
my biggest concern with metaverse projects right now. There's certain projects out there that have too big of a discrepancy with market cap versus diluted, but network's very healthy. I love that. So yeah, if you can find the ones that are a little undervalued on the market cap, but also aren't too despairingly different on market cap versus diluted.
Yeah. So for the Illuvium as well, like I was thinking, but the same problem. It is diluted market cap is 6 billion.
The unlocks are going to hurt Illuvium for the short term. It's had its run. It got up to $1,800. It's like $500 now. So those unlocks are going to really hurt it. And that's something to just watch out in gaming tokens in general, because there are a lot of new projects. And, a lot of these layer ones and these top 50s don't have those unlocks that are so vicious. And some of these gaming projects will. So it's definitely tokenomics really matter in that space, in that regard. So definitely wait it out on IMX. Now, if we went bullish, it would probably outbuck the trend and go back up. So, but yeah,
what
just
I'm
wait it
thinking
out.
is that there will be coming a time when the metaverse boom starts to happen. So even when the projects would not be valued that much, but because so much metaverse temptation would be there, that each of the metaverse tokens will start getting pumped. I think at that moment we'll utilize the previous learning and then try to recover first, and then try to go
Abdullah, listen, I've got to let some other people on here. Listen,
definitely.
Your call has been amazing. Love your work. Try and do what I told you with a small bit of money. And I mean, let's see what happens, buddy. All righty, let's see. Regus, I think the guy's name is Regus. Is that you?
Oh, guys, I can't believe I'm on.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Hey.
What's up? What's in your portfolio?
I got DOT. I got some render. I have 2 the Splinterlands gaming tokens. So and also the NFTs attached. So that was kind of one of my questions. But also UFO gaming. I have some Luna. And what else did I buy the other day? I can't remember, but
Russel, I'm holding a lot of Splinterlands. I've been riding Splinterlands all the way up
me too.
To $1, and then all the way back to 10 cents or 11 cents or 12 cents where it is today. Russel, what do we do, boy?
Oh man, here I want to show you something. This is what I've said about this project on the show. I think it's great, and they have a lot of active players, and they're one of those first movers in the space, 100%. But what concerned me with this project in a time period, I'm going to share my screen really quick. In a time period where things were pumping, right? I mean, every single thing in the market regarding gaming was pumping. From this time period, right? October to Thanksgiving, that's when everything made its biggest run, and it completely tanked during that. That's not a good sign. So yeah, that would be my biggest thing about this project. That's a red flag.
Why do you think that happened?
So there was I think the tokenomics issues with the in-game, like it's one of those things where it's an in-game economy thing, I believe. I think the changes with earnings over time just kind of really hurt, and I think the tokenomics with the project weren't too solid, like you see with like the peg axes, which are really like bucking the trend now. But yeah, it's concerning to me in a time period where metaverse really boomed and games boomed that they did nothing but down.
I love Splinterlands. I'm emotionally attached to that token, and maybe that's why I've got such a huge position in it.
But isn't Splinterlands like a very well played game? Like there's tons of people that are playing it. Isn't their numbers growing like quite a bit with players? It's weird how the price just hasn't.
Yeah, I can just get those numbers while y'all continue.
I must say, Russel, you're such a valuable asset to the Banter fam, and people who are not watching Russel show, you guys are missing out on a whole revolution. And I say this not because he's here at Banter, but he is the best in the game. He has all the facts at his fingertips all the time.
So this is the crazy part. Look at this. So over the last 30 days on chain, they've had 600,000 users, 72 million transactions.
Unique users.
These are number of unique wallet addresses with the smart contracts in the ecosystem. So
wow.
I mean, that must be one of the biggest games in blockchain.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's 100%. It's 100% one of the most massive games in the blockchain. But I think it's weird. Their token is not set up right. It's kind of like Fate and Arena did the same thing. Great game, horrible tokenomics. There's games like that where like it kind of shows you in the play to earn space, it's not going to be about quality of game as much as the balance between quality of game and economics.
Okay.
Sure. All right, Regis, thank you, buddy. We're going to get some other people on before we have to go. Sunil, welcome, buddy.
Hey, welcome, Ren. I've been watching your show for the past almost a year now, and it's been great. It's been a roller coaster ride, but it's been great.
Where are you from?
I'm from Malaysia.
From Malaysia. Amazing. So
Wow.
it's very late at night for you now, right?
Yeah, about 11 at night.
Amazing. All right, what do you want to ask us?
Okay, I've mainly got two questions. One is regarding the Polkadot Parachain option. Because when you speak bull market with Moonbeam and Akala, there was all the hype. But what about now? Are there any good opportunities that you guys see? Like Affinity recently was a good one that I backed. But what next?
You know what? I'm so glad you asked that question. And I'll tell you why I'm so glad that you asked the question. Because I think that the Parachain auction process may be a little flawed. I'll tell you why. People rushed, the best chains competed to be the first chains on the Parachain. Moonbeam, Akala, Parallel Finance, Clover, all of those. Oh, I see Sheldon's cheering on Bitcoin. Hold on, let's quickly. Oh, Bitcoin is breaking up.
Bitcoin must go now. Just go, please.
38,100.
Yes.
38,100. Beautiful.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, I hate to be a bear, but I think
apologize
it's
for.
Leave the chart on. We can watch Bitcoin and talk at the same time.
Sorry, just before you carry on. Sorry, 2 seconds. Sorry, I had to. Come on, Bitcoin.
So, Sunil, going back to it. I think that people rushed into the first couple of auctions, and they kind of said what they implied was so much money was locked in the first auctions that they almost implied that the first 5 parachains were going to be the best parachains. And I need to remind everybody that the parachain auctions were around, wow, Bitcoin is flying. The parachain auctions, they're going to be 100 parachains. Our prayer worked. Hold on. Sheldon, do it again. The prayer worked. That was the prayer.
Okay, continue. It will happen while you're talking. Continue.
Yeah, so that's what happened. I think people rushed into the first couple of parachain auctions, and that implies that, what's going to happen next? What are you going to do with your money next? That's the part that I don't understand. And I think that we're going to see a whole lot of really good parachains coming, things we haven't thought about. And I think that those are going to start coming now, to be honest.
Yeah, but anything you guys have an eye on, like Craft, Pala Network?
Look, I must be honest, I'm not following the new parachains as closely as I should. I'm not following, and I should be, but I'm not.
All right, okay. And then one more little question. What do you guys still think about Enjin and Affinity?
That's a hustle question.
I love it. I think Enjin's actually the blockchain. They're obviously a huge project, but it's like the project for gaming that gets overlooked by the Solanas and the Polygons and the Immutable X's that are out there. I think just because of how established they already are. And Affinity, they put $100 million into their metaverse fund for Affinity. I'm pretty sure they already have under the table. They've already negotiated, I believe, 50 games to launch on Affinity. So they have a lot of plans. The fully diluted definitely is a little off as far as Affinity market cap versus fully diluted. So those token unlocks will hurt in the short term, but long term, I see it being one of the biggest projects, especially in the gaming space, because Enjin's going to put all their efforts into it. So I definitely love Enjin and Affinity.
I want to quickly look at the liquidations because it feels to me like this is a short squeeze. What I'm seeing on the screen and the price at which Bitcoin is going up feels like there's a short squeeze happening here. And that's why
we're on that trend line, brother. This is where shit gets real. Come on, Bitcoin. Yeah. It's time.
Yeah,
it's
3
time.
huge resistances though.
Yeah. All right. Sunil, thank you, buddy. Thank you for calling in. Let's try
brother.
Thomas, welcome, buddy.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Are you watching
What's
the Bitcoin?
Up, bro?
I don't understand why I'm losing money because I have like different Shibas, Shiba Elon, Shiba Dog, Shiba Moon. I'm like 70% down.
All right, next caller.
He was trolling. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
That was brilliant.
I've been waiting for my moment.
Please, okay, wait. Please tell me you were joking.
I'm absolutely fucking joking.
Yeah,
although,
of course he is.
although I put 30 quid, that's like $40 in English, into this cat one, and it may be $800. Then I was like, oh yeah, it can go higher, And I lost it all. I'm like, lesson learnt.
Lesson learnt.
Yeah.
Never.
But since watching the show, it's been quite the educational journey. So thank you guys.
Where are you from, buddy?
From the UK.
Yeah, I hear that, but where in the UK?
Yeah. So, do you know Oxford? I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know Oxford. I know Oxford. All right, buddy. Listen, keep following. Love your work. Let's get a few other people on, buddy. All right, Edward Mercado.
We gotta let Carlos on next, man. He's been here for a while.
How
are you guys doing? Thank you.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Good. Actually, totally bullish. I'm a little down on my portfolio. I had to recently move things around to balance out. I'm all over the place. I'm in different chains: Harmony, Phantom, Avalanche. Very bullish on Avalanche. Some gaming tokens like Atari. Nobody talks about Atari, and right now it's like almost all-time high or all-time low. So
Hassel, why does no one talk about Atari? Hassel, you haven't spoken about Atari. Well, why is no one
so I did on my previous channel a little bit because it does have a ton of appeal. It's Atari. It is literally backed by Atari. It's not like some scam coin or anything. I think what turned people off about it for a long time was they kind of were radio silent under their old CEO. Atari recently actually got a new CEO, and the project seemingly had stalled, and it just seeming like they had no news. There was no developments. But they're building a huge plot in the sandbox. They're going to replicate like Roller Coaster Tycoon in the sandbox and stuff like that. I think they have a lot of potential. And they've also recently announced that they might bring Atari games to the blockchain, just literally adapt them and bring play-to-earn mechanics for classic games. And I think that's an easy transition that could bring some nostalgia. So definitely a slept-on project. One of those that doesn't get talked about anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, awesome. I wonder why. And also, CK roll-ups, I think I'm very bullish on those. I see a lot of them are popping out, like Baba, Optimism.
So Boba is optimistic roll-ups, right? That's not Boba is not Zika roll-ups. It's optimistic.
You're right. You're very right. Actually, Habitat is one that I'm looking at right now for CK roll-ups. That's a very low market cap, kind of risky, I guess, but entering in this type of market could be very profitable. Just trying to regain some of the losses. We got hit pretty hard. We were following the stock to flow chart, and so November entering to December, we were super bullish and got burned in leverage like terribly. And so still trying to get back in.
I think you must be
watch
very,
you guys
very
every day. Yeah.
I think you must be very careful of leverage. I'm going to let you go there. Sheldon, look at the volume. Look at the Bitcoin volume. This is the highest volume we've had in a while.
Well, it's a shorter time frame now, but this is where volume's going to come in. We're at the end now. We're on that flipping the main downwards trend. We break this, we're going to see true volume. So it's still got work to do, but come on.
Come on. All right, Carlos, come on, man. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Brother?
I'm glad I was able to make it. Man, I'm watching that candle. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. We've missed it, man.
Yeah. Super bullish. I got actually some Moonriver. I started getting some more of these beautiful prices. It was like 75 at one point.
So cheap. It's so cheap.
It was such a no-brainer.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah.
I actually started dollar costing in some Moonbeam too. I know they're very similar, but that one's also pretty cheap too. But I've also been staking.
Moonriver, the market cap of Moonriver on a fully diluted basis. I mean, let's just quickly look at Moonriver on a fully diluted basis. is, I think, under $1 billion. So the market cap, the fully diluted market cap, is $816 million. Now, there is no real layer one protocol that is EVM compatible that is trading at under $1 billion. The next thing that I look at is I say, okay, well, if you don't think Moonriver is going to work, that's cool. But then you also got to think that Kusama is not going to work. But Kusama still has a $2 billion market cap.
Yeah.
So it doesn't tie up. I think Moonbeam is so cheap. In fact, I think I'm going to buy some Moonbeam here today. I think it's,
and also got a lot of the like the Phantom. I'm doing the Phantom Tomb cycle staking. I mean, I think 90%
look out for some news today on Tomb. I'm just waiting for the go ahead to be allowed to talk about it, but just look out. There's going to be some good news today on Tomb.
Oh, that's awesome. No, it's awesome. Yeah, super bullish on Phantom ecosystem Spirit. I just found some actually was reading Miles, which I'm super excited. Miles is joining the team, but he actually had some crazy yields that he found on how to get on Phantom and everything. And also too with I actually got some DeFi kingdoms with Harmony.
Love DeFi kingdoms. Love DeFi kingdoms. Just worried that it's becoming a little bit expensive. Hustle, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's down 66% now since that. Since Bitcoin went down. So honestly, if there's a time to start farming it, I think it would be now. It's like $7 or so. You can get the 300% with Harmony. Harmony's also taking a hit with the market. And traditionally, every time they kind of move together because it controls the sorry about that. My dog's going crazy. But it controls the TVL on the whole network. So they really run together.
He's watching the Bitcoin price.
She might be. She's hollering. She's excited. She hasn't seen a candle like that in a minute.
Sheldon, why don't you call up your chart so we can carry on this conversation? I think guys are loving it. The studio is full. Let's keep the conversation going. But let's watch on relative to the breakout. Let's watch it relative to the trend line. Yeah, amazing. Wow, all right, Carlos, we're going to let you go. We've got a few others that we want to get into today. Maldor, welcome, buddy. Maldor.
Am I on?
You're live on Banter, buddy.
Hey, I'm new to this.
What do you think? Bitcoin's about to touch 39,000. I think it's a short squeeze. I think there's a big short squeeze. I think the shorts are going to start suffering.
Up's good. That's it. That's all I'm looking at.
Okay. What's in your portfolio?
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could actually share my screen. I've never done it before.
You can try, yeah. Just press, there's a share screen button at the bottom, share your screen. As long as you don't put on porn, because if you share your screen and put on porn, then...
my wife, so...
yeah, because the last time I looked for a double bottom on Google, you should have seen what I got.
Yeah, I saw that show, but I didn't try actually looking.
All right.
Don't know how to do it.
Oh man! All right, buddy. Well, anything? I can see you. There we go. I can add your screen. There's your screen.
Oh, there's my screen. All right. Actually, what on this? Can I put this one on? Yeah. So that's my chart. I said just quickly want to share what I've got there, and sort of you're saying you know what you can make out of it.
I think you're on two screens or something.
I see a spreadsheet. I think it looks like. Big enough? I see. Are you trying to show us a spreadsheet?
Yeah, so this is what I've got. I've just, what do you reckon of what?
We can't see it. It's so small because we're seeing two screens on our screen. I'm seeing you in the one screen.
Right. I see.
Maybe minimize the program that we're speaking on. Okay, I still can't see it, but if you make it bigger, maybe we'll see it.
Okay. All right. And then let's try what would be. How's that?
I mean, does anyone have a pair of glasses that I can use? I see you got Theta, I see you got Matic, I see you got Cardano, Solana, Luna, Phantom, Dot,
Enjin, I think.
Enjin, Doge, T-Fuel.
Anchor, Ban.
Anchor Sand, One, Atom, BNB, EGLD, Cody, Crow.
Wow, how many coins have you got?
So That's what I'm wondering. I can't seem to work out when to take profit. And my worst one is Litecoin.
Okay.
I would say sell your Litecoin. I think Litecoin's not great.
Just take
I
the
think
losses.
Litecoin's not great. Yeah, it feels to me like you don't really have a thesis. It feels to me like you're just buying coins. It doesn't feel to me like you got a strategy. Like I didn't see any gaming tokens there. How do you not have a gaming? How do you not have gaming tokens in your portfolio?
I've got Enjin and Gala.
Not enough.
Go Bitcoin.
Hold on.
It must just.
Holy shit! Look at that volume. Look at the volume. This is a short squeeze.
Come on, Bitcoin.
This is when you got the shorters buy. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah. Hold on. Sure. Okay. Let us. Maldo, thanks for calling in, buddy. I want to try. I've got Yannick in the waiting room. Let me try to get Yannick in here. Yannick, are you watching this?
Hi. Yes. Glad to be on. Big fan.
Just wait. Stop. I need to understand something. Do we not have any females in our community? Do we not have one single female in the entire Banter community? Because I haven't seen one female in the entire Banter community. If you are a female, do me a favor, call in. All right, Yannick.
Yes.
Are you watching this? We're about to break 40,000.
Yes, I'm seeing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm live, and we're at the cusp of 40,000.
Where are you from, Yannick?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, man. Yes. What can we do for you? What do you want to ask us?
No, I'm just a bit too... Oh, sorry. I will try and share my screen and let you see what my portfolio is.
I mean, this is a great show. We get to meet our community. Sheldon, you know what it was that caused all of this? You know what it was that caused all of this. This was all because of you.
Yeah. Don't do it again. It's coming again. I'll do it again just now. You're gonna get this. Come on, Bitcoin. Go through the screen. Just.
Wow, this is so much fun. Okay, cool. Yannick, let's share your screen, Yannick. Let's see. Can you see the share screen button at the bottom there?
Yes, I am.
40,000. Here we come. 40,000. Here we come.
Come on, Bitcoin.
What happened to Yannick? We lost Yannick. Oh, man, we lost Yannick. Okay, let's get Ivan Fernandez on. Ivan, welcome, buddy.
Hey, everybody.
What's in your portfolio?
You better ask me what's not in my portfolio.
Why? Because are you also unfocused?
No, I wanted to diversify. So I have NFTs. I have gaming platform tokens. I have gaming tokens. I have all chains. I have staking. My biggest bets are Render, Arweave, Luna, Solana. I pretty much got them on your early calls. The problem was
Sounds like
that
Sounds like a great portfolio.
I didn't take profits, so I learned that lesson. I should have stick to Sheldon's Coinpanel, and I will do that more in the future to, just take profits and DCA on the right level.
Are you a trader or an investor? I mean, are you a trader or you're an investor?
No, I'm an investor, and I keep cool for the long term. I'm still bullish. So I entered the crypto scene in May, short before the dump. So I hold also some on the 80H, but I DCA'd well, also with your help. So nowadays I'm fine. I also have some land in Metaverse. I entered a network.
Which Metaverse? Which Metaverse?
Network before $1, and I have 2 lands there and a motorcycle. I entered Sandbox with land before 1K. I entered the Sandbox under $1, so that's fine. But yeah, I have many 70% off coins too.
Okay. What do you? Are there any altcoins in your portfolio that you are concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, Sunny was already mentioned. I mean, that ecosystem coins on any chain, they concern me a little bit, but I still hold them. So I don't know what you think about them, about the ecosystem coins that fell down like 70%.
So an ecosystem coin is much riskier than holding the layer one. The safest bet is always the layer one, because the layer one gives you a optionality for every one of the, it gives you optionality. It's a very safe bet. If one project doesn't work, the layer one will still continue to be there, whereas a project is a 0 or 1 game. So then you start working your way down in terms of risk profile on the layer ones. So, you start saying, okay, what are the, like a DEX on a layer one, Trader Joe on Avalanche is pretty much the safest bet that you can make. Radium on Solana is pretty much the safest bet that you can make. Saber on Solana is pretty much the safest bet that you can make. But beyond that, you go lower and you go into higher and higher and higher risk.
But would you hold on to them right now? Or
I'm definitely holding on to them, specifically Saber, Sunny, Radium, Aldrin Dex. I'm definitely holding on all of my Solana positions because I believe in Solana, and if Solana works, then chances are most of those have to work.
Yeah, I stick to them. I mean, I went through a roller coaster, so I don't mind to hold them any longer.
You've held them all the way down. You've held them all the way down. You want to give up now?
I mean, I didn't take profits when they were 40-70% up. Then they were 70% down. So what should I do? I mean, I just hold.
Am I seeing things right? Sheldon, are you shaving your beard? You're doing it now.
No more bear market, brother. You guys continue. I'm going to do my thing in the back end.
No, I want to watch this. I want to watch this.
No more bear market.
All right, Ivan, good to chat to you, buddy. We're going to get somebody else on.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's get, I see we've still got Maldo in the studio. I want to try to get him off the stream so we can get somebody else on. I see the studio's going crazy here. The studio's going crazy here. Nev, welcome, buddy.
What's going on, fellas? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
England, UK, rugby.
Amazing.
Probably not.
And are you watching this beautiful Bitcoin candle?
I am. That is a short squeeze if I've ever seen one. And in fact, I was in a short. I nearly got squeezed, and I just pressed the button to get out just as it was going up. So,
well done. Well done, man. Well done, man. What do you want to ask us? What's in your portfolio?
So my portfolio, my biggest bag's Luna. So I got into Luna around $10 when you were talking about it on the show. Alien Worlds, not done too well on that, but it's not bad. To be honest, I wanted to ask you about nodes, though. What do you think about nodes? Thor nodes? What are the other ones? Yeah, just all the nodes. Just because I'm trying to think about making passive income. I mean, I'm heavily invested in Phantom.
Hassel.
I'm heavily invested in the cartoon. Go on.
I can't hear Hassel. Hold on. Is there a reason why we can't hear? Oh, Hassel's muted.
I got it. Yeah. So there's even past gaming. I've actually recently, from DeFi people that I talk to, I've recently bought into a couple of node economies myself. I'm in Atlas nodes on Phantom. I think you earn 1% per day, so you're on track to earn your money back in 100 days if the price stays stable. It's stuff like that. Whenever it's working for you in the background, it's basically just a soft staking platform. So I do love nodes. And also if you're looking in like the gaming niche, there's the Gala nodes, which basically get all the fees from the network, which are a little expensive at this point, but Vulcan Forge is about to come out with nodes for their new blockchain, the Elysium blockchain, which you'll earn off the fees from the blockchain from 6+ games currently. So that's something I'll look to get involved in. So I definitely think nodes are great. Anything that works for you in the background is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I found that with Phantom, staking Phantom. So I'm trying to look at how to make passive income now. And Ran, I remember you mentioned Multichain Capital a while back. You gone a bit quiet on them. What do you think about Multichain Capital? Because they're just about to bring out nodes, so I want to try and get in early.
I tweeted about it the other day. The reason why I went quiet on them is because I went quiet on all small cap projects. I went quiet on all small cap projects just because I didn't want to be in a position where the community, a lot of the community are not experienced and they don't have, the risk tolerance that other people have. So I like Multichain Capital a lot. I think there are a few holes in their strategy, but it's not the end of, these are things that they can fix. I think what they've done now, with their node strategy and making the nodes into tradable NFTs is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. Like, I think what they're doing is amazing. I think it was a great innovation. It is a good project. I like the project a hell of a lot. There are a few things that I would, and I think they will fix them over time. And I'm not going to mention them now because I don't want to crit them without giving the whole thing. Am I a holder? Yes. I'm a holder. Am I selling any? No, I'm not selling any. I trust those guys to continue to deliver.
Yeah. One last question, one quick question about NFTs. So I'm looking at making my own NFTs, and I'm just wondering if you've got any opinion on the NFTs markets, because I'm looking at OpenSea. Obviously, it's the most popular one, but I'm wondering about the up and coming ones. Like, is it best to go for an up and coming one or go to OpenSea? Like, what's the opinions?
And you're just looking to get into NFTs, like into actual NFTs?
As in to mint them myself, as in to create, like, working with like an artist and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to figure out what the best platform is to go to.
I would definitely do OpenSea for now. Despite the competitors popping up at the moment, they own the NFT market. They definitely dictate everything. So as far as that goes, that would be the marketplace I would go to.
Yeah.
Cool. I must say, I agree. And OpenSea is the way to go.
Sheldon, I'm loving the handlebars. Keep the handlebars.
Luxray. Why not Luxray? If you're going to go to OpenSea, why not go to Lux?
So first of all, the collections are interoperable. They can list on LooksRare just fine, but like where they focus every project focuses their efforts to OpenSea. And until a project comes out, a mainstream blue chip project comes out and says, we're going to exclusively launch here, I don't think it's they're really just trying to recycle what OpenSea is doing, but provide staking for a token because OpenSea doesn't have a token. So they're feeding off the buzz from an airdrop that they did, which, I qualified for. Anyone who traded NFTs really at a high level, you qualified for the airdrop. So, I think it's a short-term hype, to be honest, until there's a lower gas or an actual different type of solution, because they're basically just trying to take OpenSea and provide a token twist to it, and I don't think it'll last.
All right, I see Freddie's just published another story 10 minutes ago on the website showing why ETH is actually the one leading this rally. So this is a must-read story. Because we've done the numbers and we know why ETH is actually leading this rally. If you look at this, I don't know now because we haven't looked at the numbers since this pump started, but if you look at the ETH BTC chart, you actually see that ETH is actually the one leading this rally, not Bitcoin. Okay, it just changed in the last 2-3 hours. But if you zoom out and you look at the last couple of days, what you can see is that Ethereum is actually performing much better than Bitcoin. Even today, Ethereum is performing much better than Bitcoin. And there's a reason for it, and that's in the story that Freddie just published on the website. Hold on a second. All right. We're going to let you go, Nev, and I want to see what the hell's going on here with Sheldon.
So I'm only allowed to shave. So I shaved half because we have not closed the daily candle yet. So I can't just go and say it's non-bear.
I pray to God we don't close. I pray to God we don't close the daily candle.
I gotta leave this until we get the day close and Bitcoin breaks 40K, then I will shave the remainder.
Or not.
Or not. I think it looks great.
Or I need to buy a Harley Davidson.
Sven, what do you want to ask us, buddy?
Oh, hi guys. I
brother?
didn't think that I will actually get in. I'm waiting for so long.
Where are you from, Sven?
I'm from Croatia.
Amazing.
I'm actually now I'm in Croatia. This is my brother's studio, but I'm actually living in Japan.
Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you want to ask us? What's in your portfolio? What's troubling you?
My portfolio is kind of almost all Luna and Phantom. And I also have some smaller coins, which I think that they will perform really well in the future. One of them is I don't even know if you talked about it. It's called Travel. TRVL.
Travel as in Travala or D-Travel.
D-Travel.
So D-Travel is the token that is disrupting Airbnb, or the project that is said to disrupt Airbnb, right? That's the one where it's a decentralized Airbnb. I must admit, I'm an investor in that project. I love the project. I'm quite surprised that the project didn't perform very well. The project should have performed, in my opinion, much better. It's one of those projects that I'm holding for the long haul because I just think that a decentralized Airbnb is going to happen. I don't know if they're going to be the ones, but I think I'm going to hold on tight until they are. It didn't do very well. It's a project that disappointed me in terms of their pumpamentals, but very good in terms of fundamentals.
I think it's still undiscovered in a way. I think there is much to come out of that coin. I mean, we will see, but now at the moment, I'm kind of like on the staking side. I did what you, Rens, told us, this tomb and phantom tomb, combination staking 1000% or something like that. So that's kind of going on all the time. I'm also staking ADA for a very long time now. And I think you are invested, or you are a partner with VLaunch. So,
well, I mean, I am an investor. I'm an investor in VLaunch. I do think that VLaunch for me is one of the most interesting launchpads.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why I think it's one of the most interesting launchpads. Because Chris, who's one of the founders of VLaunch, is the master community builder. And if you think about the power of a launchpad, the power of a launchpad is in the community. Now, what he did very smartly was he gave the launchpad free to the community. And he built an unbelievable community. And so for me, VLaunch is, when you talk about launchpads, it is about the quality of the projects, and the best projects will go to the project with the best communities. And what he's doing is he's building the best community. No one can deny that. And so for me, VLaunch is amongst the best projects out there. I think in terms of launchpad, he's the master. He is the master.
Yeah, I agree. There is, if I can ask a small question. When I came back to Croatia, actually, my father, that is almost 70 years old now, he doesn't understand blockchain at all, this crypto. But he's listening, he's listening to his friends, he's listening to me and, sons of his friends. And he said, Sven, can you help me make a small portfolio that I can manage, even though I'm kind of old and I don't get this computer stuff. And I did it. I made a portfolio for him. But I would like you to tell me what you think about this portfolio. It's only 5 coins.
I'd love it. Okay.
So BTC, it's something like 20% of that, and then you have rest split in Luna, Thorchain, Render, and Superfarm. This is how I split it. If you tell me if you would do it differently. And sorry. And he's taking ADA, now.
All those coins are very good. What's missing for me is it's not a wide enough portfolio to be a portfolio. All those coins are good, but 5 coins doesn't make a portfolio. A portfolio is a thesis of a whole lot of narratives that come together and buying coins in all those narratives. And when I hear about that portfolio, I don't see a portfolio. I just see 5 good coins sitting in a collection. So I think you should try and get a few more coins to play a couple more narratives. Like there's not one gaming coin in his portfolio. Now the gaming coins are the ones that can really, really, really perform. There's no layer 2, on Ethereum, which I think, that's a good narrative. So I think, if you want to build a portfolio, try and build a narrative around your portfolio.
Do you think I should put in his portfolio something? I don't want to put in my father's portfolio some gaming tokens. There is a certain. You need to watch that charts. You need to be informed all the time. He's not doing that. I need something safe, but still not.
If you were going to buy a gaming token to hold for 3 years without selling it, what's the gaming token? Is it Immutable X as the chain? Is it Phantasma?
You could look at so many different directions when you're looking at the long term. I think, especially with the utility like Gala, Immutable X, like you said. You look at Ultra; they're going to be launching a ton of games on basically what is the Steam of crypto gaming. So you pull it up and you can launch any different game that they launch. They're looking at upwards 100 games whenever it's all said and done, launching on their game platform. So when you look at games like that or gaming coins like that have more utility than a single game, because I agree, when it's a single game, you really have to pay attention to the sentiment around the game. But if you're backing like a project or a blockchain, even if it's Polygon, I mean, like get some actual utility gaming projects that are either the blockchain or the studios or the distribution, and I think you'd be really set without having to manage it day to day.
That's not a portfolio. That's a bunch of good coins. And I think you've got a bunch of good coins in your portfolio, no doubt about that. But I think try and build it more into a portfolio to be more diversified. Remember when all these coins went down, NFTs and metaverse went up. I mean, and if that happens again, you want to have that protection in your portfolio. You don't have that protection in that portfolio.
Okay.
All right, Finn.
Thank you very much.
We want to get a few other callers on, so let's get a few other callers on. Nerd Jen, hey buddy.
Hey man, how you guys doing?
Good man. Tell us what's in your portfolio. What's worrying you, buddy?
Nothing's worrying me. I think it's still a little bit. I'm still a little bit on the fence because we can certainly get down below, down to 30. And if because I think the big whales or the big money is trying to get it at the cheapest price that they possibly can. So it's quite possible. This is all the FUD that we're getting about, all the macro events, regulations, and Russia, all that stuff kind of worries me because it can certainly bring the market down. But if people, I guess, are getting bullish now because these things just get bought up continuously. But I have 3 questions. I know you guys are running out of time, and I have one question for each of you guys. Sheldon, Chainlink.
Sheldon's shaving, so he's got to shave.
Let me ask you, Chainlink, considering how important Link is for the DeFi space, you got Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google, advising Chainlink Labs, and considering if something were to happen to Chainlink and how the DeFi space would probably, in my opinion, crumble, do you think it's undervalued, and where and if do you think Chainlink can go? How high do you think Chainlink can go?
I think Chainlink can go very high. I think $8 billion is a very, very fair, good price on Chainlink. I think that if you're looking 3 years forward and 4 years forward, there's no way that doesn't go up if DeFi works. And Chainlink has got network effects and it's fundamental in blockchain. But I think that Chainlink is a good, safe bet in any portfolio. But I don't think that you're going to shoot the lights out on Chainlink. I think if you want something safe to put your money into, Chainlink's the way to go.
Okay.
But it's safe.
Rune. I know you love Rune. And I think where do you think Rune can go, considering their goals are very ambitious in what they are attempting to do? And most people seem to think that if they are able to accomplish, given the fact that they've been hacked a couple of times, people are still confident or have some level of confidence in the project. Where do you think Rune can go? And if they're able to accomplish, do you think that can go crazy?
So I see hacks very differently from how other people see hacks. I actually see hacks as a positive if the project survives. So if a project survives a hack, then I see that as a big positive. Now, Rune survived multiple hacks, and the project keeps going, and it keeps going from strength to strength. Mm-hmm. So I do think that on that side of the coin, Rune is one of the best investments out there. But there is another side of the coin, and I want to show you both sides of the coin. The race for cross-chain is not yet won. So, like you said, the race for oracles, Chainlink has won it. The race for, different things, there have been winners. But the race for cross-chain is not yet won. And there's a massive competitor coming into cross-chain called Layer Zero Labs. I'm not an investor in Layer Zero Labs. I wish I was. I'm not. But that could, if someone launches a way better technology than Rune or ThorChain's technology, then ThorChain could struggle to fight back. Because remember that ThorChain is actually the first iteration of cross-chain technology, right? So I'm still bullish on it, but I'm quite wary of going too heavy into it because it's like the first blockchain. Now you're seeing that, Ethereum, the first blockchain, got network effects, which Rune hasn't yet got, and is being disrupted by things like Solana. So for me, Rune is not a sure thing, but if it does work, you'll make a lot of money. But it's not a sure thing. It's not a sure thing.
And what's my game guy called? Hassle. Listen, I got into chain games a while back. I forgot about it, and it went up 10x. I got out of it. Okay. When it retraced, I got back in. What are your thoughts on chain games, and what do you see the future of chain games?
I think they're in a niche that hasn't been too much explored in blockchain games, and that's esports. So you look at like the esports scene, these organizations out there are worth so much money, like FaZe Clan, Optic, Envy, projects, brands like that, NRG in the esports world. They'll eventually start making their way to some of these eventual quality blockchain games if there's an esports scene established. And chain games, I would say right now, as far as esports tournament host type of platforms go, I definitely think they're probably number one, in my opinion. And I do think they're a quality project in a narrative that isn't too hot yet. Only a few projects are looking at Web3 esports. So if you get in front of that narrative, I do think that could pay. But I love the fact that you said you took profits, because on gaming coins, that's critical. Always take your profits, at least get your initial out on these gaming coins, because you just never know. The swings of the market hurt a lot more on those than they do on like Bitcoin, for example.
Yeah. I'll say this and I'll go. For those people out there, please, if you made money, if you got things you got to take care of, take profits, take care of them, and go back in at the right time. Thank you, guys. Sheldon, keep on playing that.
Yeah, Jen. All right, Alec.
Hey there. Nice to be on with you guys. So I'll tell you my portfolio and then ask you guys some questions. So my portfolio's got a bunch of bets on layer ones, and so I'm focusing on like Web3 infrastructure. So Arweave, Handshake, Render, things like that. And then focusing like building out the Luna protocol. So I've participated in the ICO of White Whale. I'm in Kuji, sort of defensive plays against the peg. And so that's how I sort of built my investments for now. And then I had a couple questions for you guys. I don't know if you can comment, because you said something earlier, but about the tomb forks that are happening, like the number 2 tomb, the number 3 tomb.
I don't like them at all. I think that they are forks of the original tomb. And I think that you don't know anything about the teams, and you don't know how many of them are rug pulls, and they're not really adding value to the space. I would rather stick my money into the original one. I know I may be missing out on some returns, but at least I know what I'm buying. I know what I'm getting. I know the team behind it. I know who's backing it. One of the things that is fundamental to Tomb is the ability to keep the peg. And the ability to keep the peg depends very much on the depth of the treasury. Now,
right.
Tomb has a big treasury because we know Harry's got a lot of money that he can use to back Tomb. But what happens after that? Tomb and Threem and Throom and all those other ones. I think that they're a land grab, and I think that very soon one of them is going to get rug pulled, and then everyone's just going to go back into Tomb.
Sure. And then thanks. And then I had another question about I don't think you guys have spoken about it. Kadena, just because it's supposed to be a scalable
layer one
proof of work.
Scalable layer one proof of work.
Yeah.
I'm not in Kadena. The reason why I'm not in Kadena is because I find that it's too much of a hype machine. So I try and stay away from tokens that ride too much hype. And I find Kadena I think their approach has been to go after all the influencers. And if I were to say to you, well, where are the projects actually building on Kadena? What's built in it? So there's CADX, which I think launched the other day. What else? What else is being built on Kadena? I haven't seen it. And until I see real VC money going into Kadena and real devs building on it, I'm not buying it.
All right.
Cool, buddy. Thanks for coming. And then we've got our first female, and it's one of my favorite females in the community. My favorite females in the community.
What's up,
Paula.
guys?
Hey, Paula.
It was hard to get in. I'm trying to get in to tell you guys that there's a lot of females that are really trying to get in, like Rosanne, Line, everybody, and it's just hard. It's full. It keeps packing up so quick.
And are you? Oh, we do it. We have another female. We have Pascal. Hello. How are you? Sadako.
Packing up so quick.
And are you? Oh, we do it. We have another female. Oh. Pascal. Hello. How are you? We have some females. Paula, anything you want to ask us, or are you just calling in to say hi?
Just calling in to say hi and just say that I'm bullish on Solana. Solana is my favorite network. Really bullish on gaming wise. Monkey Ball, hold the bag there, and NFTs. You guys, NFTs is really big on Solana. It's not as big as Ethereum, but I know for a fact Solana is getting there, and it's just starting, especially in the gaming world. So I'm really excited for that.
Russel, I'm watching this NFT boom, and it looks like the NFT boom is actually happening on Solana. It's not an Ethereum. Like what? Everyone that's buying these NFTs, they're buying the NFTs on Solana.
I think you'd miss out on a lot of blue chips if you had that mentality, though. So there's a lot. It's a lot easier to. Let me just tell you, it's a lot easier to rug pull on Solana than it is on
For
Ethereum.
sure.
There's a lot of rugs, so you have to really be careful the projects you go after. But the quality ones are definitely quality. I mean, they would be just as good on OpenSea as they are on Solana type of projects. So and it's definitely a lower barrier to entry on gas. But if you ignored the Ethereum market, you would definitely. As far as NFTs goes, Rand, you would definitely miss out.
Amazing. All right, look, we're going to take 2 more calls. Paula, thanks for calling in. By the way, Paula's she's an incredible soul, and she's an incredible member of our community, one of the most important people in our community. She moderates a lot of our channels. She moderates a lot of channels for projects. She translates shows into Spanish. She does summaries for us. She's just an all-round absolute gem. And Paula, thank you for all you do for us, for the community. Thank you. I'm going to take 2 more calls, and then we're going to call it a day. Sadako, welcome. Sadako, right?
Hi, Red.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
Hey, another female. Where are you from?
I'm from Singapore.
Oh, wow. Very late at night there. It's very late at night.
Yeah. Every night catching your shows.
Amazing. What do you want to ask us? What can we do for you?
I entered the crypto market last year, November. So it's pumping up already. And I think my portfolio is now 27%.
Down.
Yeah, down. But I'm still holding on to the. Let me check.
I think you're doing very well. If you got in November, you're down 27%. You're doing very, very, very well.
In a market that's down 60%, you're 20% down, 27% down.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
I'm dollar cost averaging in when it's really at rock bottom. So I bring down my entry price.
What are you holding? What are you holding in your portfolio? I'd imagine you're holding really quality stuff like Bitcoin, you're holding Ethereum. What are you holding?
Terra,
good?
I didn't take profit when I was earning like 50% when it was at $103. So, and then I have Polygon, Phantom, Sandbox, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana.
Very good portfolio. Very, very, very good portfolio. Well-balanced portfolio. If you hold that portfolio and the market recovers, you're going up.
Yeah, I'm still dollar cost averaging in, still sniping.
Very good.
Yeah,
very, very, very good.
Holding Enjin and Gala, like Russel recommended.
Solid.
If you're not watching Russell's show, you're missing out on all the alpha.
I did. But his timing is a bit too late, so I can only watch it during my morning.
No, I think you should. I would say it's worth waiting up for. I mean, it's worth waiting up.
Doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m. Make it happen.
Yeah. Any thoughts on VeChain?
I like VeChain. It's got great. It's got great adoption. It's got great adoption. I think just hold it. Is it going to do a 10x from here? I don't think so. But I think it is good to hold. We got time for one more. We've got time for one more call. There's so many people here in the waiting room, but we're not going to get to everyone. So I'm going to pick someone from here, and I think that's going to be it. Is it going to be Adam, Kaldeep, Spaceman, Abid, or Robert? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I'm going to choose Adam. Adam, you're our last caller for today, buddy. Adam, are you in a supermarket?
I have a store with tobacco.
Ah, a tobacco store?
Yes.
Only tobacco or marijuana too?
No marijuana. Only tobacco. Shisha.
Where is the store?
In Germany, at the border with the Netherlands.
Ah, okay. And if anybody wants to buy marijuana, I mean, is that possible? Not possible?
In Germany, no. The Netherlands, yes.
But I mean, if someone comes to your store and wants to buy marijuana, is it possible?
No. Not possible.
Even for special people?
No.
Not even for the Banter fan.
What can we do for you?
I have a question about what do you think about Holochain?
Holochain?
Yes,
that's
the
hot.
project
Yeah,
is
hot.
almost on beta. I think in a couple of months left. And
I don't follow. I haven't been following Holochain. That's Sheldon's baby. Sheldon's the one who's been following. He's been following the charts on it.
Yeah, I like the charts. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I must say I haven't been
I don't know
following.
too much about it.
There's 20,000 tokens out there, and that's one of the ones that I haven't been following.
Okay, that's the one that I like the most. I'm a big investor therein.
Okay. What do you like about it?
The holo ports, you can use them to earn money. It's like similar to Helium, but you earn money with cloud hosting. So it's passive income.
Yeah, I must say I don't know enough. Alrighty, guys. Man, so many people in the waiting room. You know, let's do one more. Let's do one more. It'll be our last. Let us get.
Oh boy.
Robertson.
Hi guys.
What's up, brother?
What do you
Oh
want to
my
ask?
God, I'm on. I feel nervous. Woo, got the shakes.
Yeah, you don't strike me as a nervous guy, buddy.
Well, thanks. I don't tend to feel like I'm a nervous person. Not many people think I am. So I'm from Vancouver, BC. So thank you guys for adding me on as your last caller. Watch your show a lot. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. My fiance is the one who actually was watching you guys and started watching you in September.
Marry her.
Last year. So she's got a
Marry
whole
her.
portfolio. Oh yeah,
Marry
no,
her.
definitely. It's gonna happen. So
All right, what's up?
Yeah, so I'm just looking at a couple of things. With her portfolio specifically as well, there was a bunch of things that she followed you guys and was watching, and I'm looking at it. So you guys talked about Chainlink and Ruin. I have XRP, which I've been holding, Dogecoin 98, Audius and Serum. And I was thinking of consolidating a few of them because of obviously there's a bit of losses. You've talked about taking
Easy.
certain losses
Easy,
and
easy.
transferring.
Easy. Yeah, easy. Sell the XRP.
Sell the XRP.
Sell the garbage. Sell the garbage in your portfolio. I like Serum. I like Serum. I must say I like Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin has a reasonable chance of becoming a meme coin money with Vitalik and Elon Musk behind it. Coin 98, great wallet play, unbelievable wallet play, huge adoption. All the other ones are good. The only one that I really don't like is I don't like XRP. I just no thanks.
That one's a bit of a high risk. Yeah. Okay. No, I'll kind of work on that. As far as Hustle, love the work you guys do. Or Hustle, what you do is with the gaming side of things. A question for you. You talked about Thetan Arena before.
Yeah.
You talked about the quality versus Axie, for example, and that it was a better gaming in general.
Much better game.
Yeah. So my question to you would be: is this? There's a big drop. I bought it around $10.60.
Got
It's
it.
down to like roughly $1.60 or so.
Yeah.
What's your
it's
take
pretty
on
bad
that?
down.
And in
Yeah.
comparison to Peg Axie, because I actually bought a horse at about $17.50 just like 3-4 days ago, and I've been generating about $70 per day.
That's awesome. Yeah, you'll get that paid off, you know, in the first 2 months max, and then if the economy keeps driving up, you'll have that horse paid off quick. But yeah, so I think Thetan Arena is a great example project as one of those first ones that revolutionized like a fun game, right? Their game was actually super quality, and like you can play it on your mobile phone, you can play it on your computer, you can play it on your iPad, etc. But the problem with that was the fact that their earnings token had no use in the economy. So they didn't build in a system where you have to put your earnings back into the economy. So there was a big tokenomics issue as far as their in-game earnings token, which is why it went from $9 to $22, and now we're literally under $2. So that's an insane swing. But it kind of just shows you, you know, the quality of game. And I mentioned this earlier in the show. You have to have that mix in play to earn. It's not about how fun your game is. Your game can be super fun, but if you're not making money in the game and play to earn, we clearly see that incentive will go elsewhere, even if the game's not fun, right? Peg Axie is very passive. If you race, it's just images going across the screen, but you can make money doing that. So, you know, money talks. And if you're not incentivizing your community via good tokenomics, I think that's where they went wrong. They can definitely fix it. And if we were to go bull, I think it could bounce. But I mean, it probably will never reach those levels of $20 again, for example. That's pretty high up there. But if they were to fix the economy, the game has the quality to hike back up. It's just a matter of the team making changes.
Because strategically, I know 90% of these games are just not going to make it. And I'm just thinking from the high perspective because of the fact that that secondary token has completely dropped in value. So recovery-wise, what would you suggest? I mean, I'm down probably, what, 80% in that particular token. Is it something to
Right.
hold, or should I just be focusing on something
I
else?
guess it's your, I mentioned this earlier too in the show. It's all on your risk tolerance, right? So games are a lot riskier than studios or blockchains and stuff like that. So you're banking on one game. And if you look at the gaming market out there, there's games that come out like Battlefield 2042 by EA this year was really hyped from the Battlefield series. It's already on the legs of dying in its first year, right? It's only been a few months. So these games, even in the real world, have a short life cycle. So I would either, if you're willing to hold it for a bounce, for a bull run, and maybe for some potential changes, it could be worthwhile for a bounce. But it also could be worth it to put it into a more higher conviction gaming play.
I must say, my comment on that is typically teams that create good products, and Phaeton Arena is clearly a good product team, right?
Right.
They have a way of, they're very resilient, and they have a way of bouncing back. So usually I wouldn't sell those kind of things at the bottom, because all too often the same people who created the game, who are very smart, will sort out whatever problems that they have in the tokenomics or whatever else.
And also you look at Axie, it's down 70% since the Bitcoin drop. You look at Illuvium, it's down 65%. So it's not just exclusive to Phaeton Arena, but the thing about it is they do have internal problems that need fixing. But that's about it. I think it definitely can recover. It's not the time to sell it if you bought it at $10.
My strategy has been using Seedify. I got in there when it was around $3, and essentially every time the IGOs came out, I would get out my costs. So basically everything else I have right now is just pure profit. So even down at 80%, I'm just riding the wave with those ones.
Yeah, nice.
Seedify, the launchpad, GameFi, Seedify, V-Launch, unbelievable. That's, the strategy of, in a bull market, of buying launchpad tokens definitely pays off.
Great. And Sheldon, honestly, I've been learning more about charting, so thank you so much. The courses that you got, the things that you're doing, it creates a lot more comfort to know that there's people like you guys out there just helping the community. So thank you.
Absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you so much.
I know we said last call, but we have our biggest fan, Banter's biggest fan. I'll tell you, Banter's biggest fan in the world. He's always on every stream. On every tweet, he's the first guy that comments. He's the first guy that likes it. His name is Taimoor
I love this
Bhatti.
man. What's up, brother?
Yo.
You win the
What's
biggest
up,
Banter
guys?
fan. You win the biggest Banter fan, that's for sure.
I love you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome. I want to give a shout out to a lot of the Banter fam community from you guys. I've been able to talk to Paula. I've been able to talk to Subzi, Dara, and there's so many more people that you've connected throughout the world. And we want to thank you so much. Another thing is that I want to give a shout out to you guys, especially. You guys are awesome. Ran, Russel, love the Kobe poster. Sheldon, you're awesome. Fred, Miles, you guys are awesome. I'm so happy that I've found you guys. And I want to give a little salt to the salty people as well, because they're horrible. They hate you guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you, buddy. And we appreciate you. We know you're our biggest fan. We really appreciate you. A lot of people asking us, thank you. A lot of people asking us how we make money. How does the show make money? Yeah, we do provide the show as a free service. And it does. I mean, you know what you don't realize is that there are 65 people around the world that are working. About 30 of them or 35 of them are working full-time. To bring these shows to you, to bring this station to you. We're building 24/7, 365 programming. And a lot of people ask us, how do you guys make money? It's very simple. We're very transparent about it. We have some show sponsors, and then we have referral links below. So if you go below, you'll see that there are referral links. Things like if you open a Bybit account, if you open a Kucoin account, if you take out a NordVPN, there are a whole lot of referral links. That is how we fund the show. We make money when you guys click on those referral links and when you guys sign up and when you guys trade. That's how we make money. We're very, very, very transparent about it. So yeah, if you want to support us, simplest way to support us, go and click the referral links. Go and open a KuCoin account if you haven't got one. Go and open a Bybit account. We're not asking you to finance it. Just go and do it. If you don't have a VPN, go get a VPN. And that is how you support the show, and you make sure that we can keep bringing you guys 24/7, 365 streaming content. And I mean, on Monday, we're starting the 4th hour of every single day. We've got Hustle Show, we've got Sheldon Show, we've got Miles joining us on Monday with a DeFi show early in the morning. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so we're going to leave Love and leave you right here. Don't forget, Hustle's got a show tonight, and he is also playing tournament tonight, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna focus. We're gonna focus on the tournament this afternoon. So I'll be streaming that over on the Twitch page. So follow the Crypto Banter Twitch for that for sure.
Awesome, guys, and we'll be back on the weekend if anything else actually happens. Until we see you guys again, I love the show. I love meeting you guys all. I think it's so good that we're having real discussions with real people from the community. I hope that Bitcoin doesn't break 40,000, so Sheldon can walk around looking like a tow truck driver for the weekend.
I want to buy a Harley Davidson. I think, dude, Bitcoin's gonna do it. Like, I just got that feeling. Come on,
Sheldon,
baby.
I love your new studio. I think your new studio looks fantastic.
Thank you, bro.
Looks really good.
It's pretty cool.
Looks amazing.
I love it. Eat some different.
See you guys again on Monday. Until then, much love, my friends. Trade well. It's gonna break 40,000. It's about to break 40,000. It's about to break 40,000.
We could have had like a 3-hour stream. Crazy.
It was amazing. I must say, I really enjoyed it.